So, welcome back to episode 8 of What's Next in Cars, our podcast, and which we do with Rob.
Hello.
And me, Bo. Very busy week because we have Villa d'Este. We've had the Monaco Grand Prix is currently happening.
Yeah.
I think we also have Indy 500 as well. Really cool.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff going around.
For your auctions.
A few auctions. We'll talk about that later as well.
It's been a busy week. It's good.
Yeah.
It's
But
good.
Probably this is my favorite one. We'll start with the best.
We'll start the best.
I think so.
Go for it. Go for it.
The BMW Speedtop concept.
And it's
wow. Absolutely.
I'm happy when BMW does this, and we know every year that they launch something cool at Villa d'Este.
Yeah, they're really big into Villa d'Este.
Yeah, they're a big partner of the event, so they always put on a show. And again, this year they did it with this beautiful. Yeah, what is it? It's like a touring 3-door version of an M8, 850i, something like that.
The marketing talk is it's the exclusive 3-door interpretation of a BMW touring.
Okay.
So
okay, I'm all open for it. So
basically, you should see it as if you know the Skytop from last year, I believe, or 2 years ago.
It's 2 years, I think, because last year was the Z4.
The Z4 shooting brake.
Yeah.
Well, this is the shooting brake of the Skytop.
Exactly.
Skytop, yeah.
Yeah.
So the base is we have an 8 series, and it's stunning. And if we look a little bit more,
it's a very unique color
it's
too.
It's a very unique color. There's a gradient in the roof as well, and it goes from floating sunstone maroon to floating sundown silver.
Sounds expensive.
Well, yeah,
but it looks really cool. It goes like from some darkish orange to a more brighter orange. For the people who are not able to see it, who are just listening. Well, it's like from some kind of dark sunset kind of orange to a more sakir orange. If you know BMW, exactly.
Yeah.
You go from a sunset orange kind of color to a more sakir orange kind of color.
Yeah, it's a very cool looking car, and we question BMW their styling sometimes, but
here it's spot on.
We have the shark nose, the headlights. They're the thinnest headlights that BMW has ever made.
Yeah, we got a good Hofmeister knick.
Oh yeah, we have a stunning Hofmeister knick as well. Yeah, very cool shooting brake. If you look at the exhaust so nice. They are copy-paste from the Skytop, but they look so nice.
Yeah, but it's nice that somehow the design aligns with the Skytop.
Yeah.
It's like almost...
The wheels are so nice as well. I mean, I can go on and on. It's just probably going to be...
Super good looking.
It's probably going to be €1 billion, but...
Are they going to produce it?
Yeah, they're going to build 70.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They also say it'll have our most powerful V8.
But no Hirsch or no numbers.
They just say it'll have the most powerful V8 in a BMW.
Wait, but now it's 625, I think.
Yeah, so something like that, I guess.
Yeah. So it should be a little bit over 625.
Well, it'll be peppy enough. At first, and when I looked at the trunk, I was If you look at the pictures later, if you're listening now, if you're watching, I thought. That's a very abysmal trunk, and the lighting inside is cool, but I was like, really? Is that it? But then there's a different picture, and there's like a second trunk below.
But I think that's good, because if you want to transport some clothes or some dresses, then you don't want them to be all messed up.
I think
it's
mostly very clever, because you can put all of your expensive stuff in the compartment below.
Yeah, also true.
No person will see it. So
smart.
Yeah,
smart.
Good on BMW. It's a stunning looking car.
And they also made some fancy luggage that goes with it.
Because
Behind the seats, you also have some space to store some luggage.
Yeah,
so it's really a 2-seater.
Yeah, it's a 2-seater.
That's a shame, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I
would have loved 2+2.
No, because also the way they've incorporated it, it's
now it's more like just a super luxurious Grand Tour.
And inside there's the also the very nice lighting in the middle.
True.
It's
True. Okay.
It's the ultimate BMW GT.
Definitely, yeah. and it'll be probably around the same price range as the Skytop, which is like
so a zillion billion euros.
something between. Wait, the Skytop, I have heard prices. It was 550 something around that, which is it's immensely expensive.
It's a lot, but I do get it because they're so limited in production,
and it's
similar to
a concept with a license plate on. So that's
it's similar to what BMW did with the 3-liter CSL, the anniversary version. And if you ever find the video on YouTube, or we'll link it in the description, the amount of detail that goes into making it, because they have a separate manufacturing plant in Dingolfing where they do everything by hand. And so like laying the carbon fiber, painting everything with the 3-liter CSL, everything is painted.
Yeah. The like stripes,
there's no stickers there, so the amount of detail that goes into it is nuts.
True. Yeah, same here. It's probably all hand painted or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty car. So that was,
and also with lighting and everything to get. Yeah. Just to have 70 insane. Cars and have a fully bespoke lighting system, because you have to go through all of the safety regulations and tests and everything.
Super expensive.
Yeah, it's super expensive. If you remember from the R8 LMX, there was the first laser lights
ever on a production car.
Ever on a production car, and they built, I think, 99 of the car. Yeah. And they put chips in that were like pre-production chips because they wanted to be the first. Okay. So they knew they were going to have to replace them. I think it was like 3,000 euros for a headlight. So it's like 6,000 euros to replace both headlights in 2010.
Yeah, at the time,
at the time,
massive amount of money.
No.
But funky news. Yeah, cool. I like this. But there's more news from
more funky news from Villa d'Este.
Later on.
No. This is also from Villa d'Este.
Yeah, but later on.
The Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus SCG 007.
Wait, this was also shown at Villa d'Este?
Yeah, and they've supplied us with these shitty pictures. I mean,
oh my god, I haven't seen.
I'm sorry for my language, because this is supposed to be in Villa d'Este as well. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it on any picture.
But they're showing it off at Villa d'Este. Okay. The pictures that they've taken there.
And what is it? The Glickenhaus, how it's called?
The SCG 007. It's the road version of their Le Mans hypercar.
Okay.
So they used to run in Le Mans for
quite a while, huh?
3 to 4 years at least. And then they could not really find the sponsors to keep the project going and the car, and to bring the Evo package on the car, which needed they needed to be competitive. Yeah. Because they developed the full Evo package, they just didn't have the funds to implement.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a shame.
Maybe that has something to do with the CEO, but
maybe he's listening.
Sorry.
No, but it's a very cool car, and kudos to Jim for making the road legal version as well, because everyone was like, if the Le Mans car is scrapped and they're not going to make it anymore, they have. And we have a twin turbocharged 6.2 liter V8.
That's really cool.
Producing 1,000 horsepower and 1,000 Newton meters of torque.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like enough.
Only to the rear wheels. So.
Okay.
And through a 7-speed automated manual gearbox, which I'm not sure if they mean this is the info I
just
found.
A sequential gearbox.
Maybe, I hope, because if it's going to be like I hope it's not a it's
no,
a good
no information on that in a press release or.
No, I tried to get on to the press website from Scuderia from Glickenhaus, and I was like, please register to be approved to enter the media site. Dude, what are you on about? What company secrets are you hiding? No clue. But I do think it's a good looking car.
I really don't like it.
It looks.
It looks messy as hell on the outside.
Honestly, I think it's the pictures. I just think the pictures are so bad.
And that's because configuration, like it's Gulf Racing Blue something with a French flag on it, and then white details. It's messy all over.
It has to do something with Glickenhaus, because initially the 007 race car was red because it was Motul.
And that's cool.
It was
That
really
was
cool.
really cool.
And then suddenly Jim was like, yeah, because Motul was the head sponsor. And he was like, no, I'll paint it a different color. And Motul was like, what did you do? Like no communication at all. Just like the car turned up blue, and Motul was like, wait, what did you guys do?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Classic Jim.
No, but I do think
it looks weird. I don't know. From the outside, it looks very, very, very weird.
I also think it's a little bit because the front has been raised a little bit compared to the race car, which is why you think it looks weird.
Yeah, it might be low as hell to the ground.
Yeah.
It's just some.
I think
something
we'll
weird.
have to wait to see some more pictures of this.
Yeah.
But it's very cool because if we go into the interior.
Yeah, central seating position.
Central seating position.
That is really cool stuff. Mm-hmm. But does it have 3 seats, or is it just 2-seater, or just 1 seat?
I believe it's a 3-seater. Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
So you can take your buddies to the track.
Yeah, it's very cool, and we have analog dials in the middle, and then screens next to it, which is really cool. I think.
Analog dials. Wow.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it's pretty old-fashioned. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good looking.
But yeah, this is going to be it.
And deliveries, price range,
no clue.
Nothing.
But Jim says that this basically is the road car, the race car turned road car, and you can still go to the track and rip it like the race car. So if you want, you can bolt slicks onto it, no problem. Adjustable anti-roll bars and everything to set it up. But yeah,
that's cool. Okay, that's fun.
So it might be a sequential. I hope it's a sequential.
And we will see it in Europe, or?
Yeah, no clue. Well, it depends on who will buy it, and then what the homologation process is.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
But it's still very cool, and yeah.
I'm very curious to see more pictures about it.
Just to have.
For now on, I'm really not convinced.
Because yeah, this is Jim. What you used to be a director, correct? Just he's like, okay, yeah, I build cars now. If you haven't seen the history about Jim, you should really look into it, because he's also the owner of the P4-5.
Yeah, that's the one.
Which is the reconverted Ferrari Enzo. Yeah,
exactly.
Honestly, it's probably the most beautiful Enzo.
It's one stunning car.
It's one stunning car,
and it's old. It's 2000. When was it launched?
Like the short of the story, because I'll try to keep it short now, is that he was doing this with Pininfarina, and without Ferrari knowing.
Oh, okay.
And at some point, someone at Ferrari heard about what they were doing, and they flew to Pininfarina with a helicopter, and they were like, "What the hell are you guys?" And they went, and he saw the car, and was like, "Oh my god!" Honestly, no, yeah, you go, you do.
Really?
Yeah, so Ferrari signed off on it.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, Ferrari was like, wow.
But is it a Ferrari or not?
I'm not sure if... I think it is allowed, because there's Ferrari badges on there, definitely.
Okay.
But Ferrari was ready to do cease and desist on the car, and then they saw it, and I was like, holy shit.
It's one.
If you have your car approved by Ferrari themselves,
that's a pretty cool thing.
That's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, more if we find some more details onto it, or if we see some more, we'll go back to it.
We'll definitely share it.
More Villa d'Este news, and I took the pictures from BMW blog, because I think BMW blog, you do a really good thing with all stuff BMW, and honestly, you did a better job than the press pictures.
The press pictures of BMW were terrible.
Yeah. It's a very weird launch to me. We're talking about the M2 CS, by the way. Yeah.
It was officially launched by BMW.
It was officially launched by BMW.
It's on the press website.
Yesterday, actually, or on Friday. So we're recording on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I'll look onto it on the press website, because I want to know more of it, because as we do. And then at first I was like, oh, I can't find it, and I started digging, and I was like, the reveal of the design of the M2 CS. And I was like, what the hell are you guys on about? And I looked, and it's 6 or 7 pictures of
and like small detailed pictures.
So just general pictures, and I was like, Oh, okay, yeah. There's a new splitter on there. I honestly, it's way better visible on this one, and it's with the Brooklyn Grey car. Not, I mean, they have. Sorry, starting to rant a little bit, but they have for the M2 CS, they have 530 horsepower, so it's the most powerful M2 you can buy.
Well, that in our figures that we know because it's not official on.
Sure, yeah, but looked around a little bit, and this should this should be
it. Yeah, this should be
this should be at 650 Newton meters. 8-speed auto.
Classic, yeah.
44 kilograms lighter, so it's now 1710 kilos.
Super light. Wow, definitely CS material.
/ sarcasm. And up to 303 kilometers per hour electronically limited.
That's fast for an M2.
Yep. 3 standard colors. It's Portimao blue, Brooklyn Grey, and I think black sapphire metallic.
So just regular M2 colors.
Yeah, but the Portimao blue is a very nice color.
Yeah, but it's still regular M2 colors.
Oh yeah, sure. But then you have the option to get the special individual color, which is the one that BMW didn't show on the press release.
Very
somehow,
weird too.
I'm
Yeah.
like, guys. But they did reveal it at Villa d'Este, and it's velvet blue, which you can see here.
Velvet blue is quite a sexy color.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a very good looking color.
Yeah.
And it makes the car really
honestly,
stand
this
out.
is a really confusing release for me, to be honest. Because
y-
why didn't they show the pictures to everyone as it is?
I have no idea. I don't understand because the car is just visible for the general public.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're holding stuff behind, or I don't get it. Maybe there's a full reveal coming up soon, but
Yeah, but then why reveal it like this?
yeah, because they never did it before.
Yeah,
like
it's-
revealing a design.
So,
You know,
like,
if it's a concept
here's our car. Okay, how much horsepower does it make? We're not telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and how fast does it go? We're not telling you. And what's it gonna cost? We're not telling you. Like,
What are the features? We're not telling
no,
you.
we're not telling you. You can look. So
Very,
talking
very
about
weird
features,
launch.
we have a new front splitter. We have the signature CS grille. That's basically it on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Maybe a redesigned cooling as well. On the back,
We have a wonderful ducktail.
we have a very cool
But
ducktail.
that was something we
Honestly,
already knew. But
at first, when I saw it on the Brooklyn Grey car, I was like, "Oh my god, really? That's not nice." And now that I see it on the velvet blue, it's like, this could actually work.
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah,
It looks
it
really
looks
good. But that Brooklyn color, it's like I just don't like the color. So
It
Doesn't help.
It depends. I think on some cars it suits it very well, and then others you're like, no, that's not it.
yeah,
Guys.
on an M2 CS it doesn't work.
No, on them two CS, no. I think it should be something shouty like this.
And then
This is really CS worthy.
definitely,
color.
yeah, absolutely,
So if you get a CS, get the velvet blue.
exactly.
Because if I see one M2 CS in Brooklyn Grey, oh my god.
It's a shame. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do it.
So, but should be less than 2,000 or at no more than 2,000 units. So
Really?
yeah, it should be
In
cool.
total?
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have the diffuser, the reworked diffuser here. So that's quite
Small
cool.
details though on the
It's
outside.
yeah, it's a bit in the fine details. It's what we discussed as well when we were talking about cool cars from like the M3 GTS, where they didn't really sell too well back in the day, but
True.
now they do. And maybe, manufacturers can get more easily away with doing the small things.
Yeah, but I like when they go a little bit more extra.
I know,
on
but
these
if you can
cars.
sell the cars and do a little bit less extra, then you make more money. Because
don't be too lazy, BMW. Just
it should
don't.
start at around 100,000 euros.
It's quite expensive.
Yeah, quite expensive, but it's still a lot less expensive than an M4 CS, which
Yeah,
I think this is a cooler
I
car.
would definitely get the M2 CS, but still, it's quite
Yeah.
a lot of money for
Yeah,
a small two-door coupe.
Yeah, and in the interior we have a new center console.
Wow.
That's it.
Honestly,
they haven't said anything else. What else has been changed?
I
So
think
I
that's
can own
a
the
really
only
sad
thing.
thing.
The only thing I can see is the center console is changed, and that
Like and why didn't they put like the badass CSL seats in there?
because it's not a CS. Oh, sorry. I just saw. So You don't just have the center console. Look in the doors.
Oh, you have a logo.
There's a CS logo instead of the M.
Wow, that's the one I wanted to have.
That's why you pay 100K.
But
honestly,
but it's just the interior is good. You know, the M2 interior with the M Performance goodies and the bucket seats.
Yes.
It's good, but
it feels like I'm ranting a little bit on and hating on the M2. I'm not. I do really like the M2.
It's a brilliant car, but they could have done a bit more, I think.
With the CS, they could have made it a little spicier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
530
530 horsepower in an M2 is going to be spicy.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
So looking forward to that.
Definitely want to drive it.
And yeah, we're still at Villa d'Este, and
we're still at Villa d'Este.
Yeah,
quite a few launches.
There's quite a few launches, and unsurprisingly, there's a lot of BMW related stuff.
Yeah, but this is a weird BMW.
Yeah, this is what you're going to be really talking about.
Yeah, well,
explain it to us, Rob.
Explain
because
it
to us. Yeah, it's near your heart.
It's very close to my heart. Yeah, it's well, at the same time, it's the end of BMW ALPINA because the brand ALPINA
the privately owned BMW ALPINA.
Yeah,
because ALPINA will continue under.
Yeah, but it's going to be a different name. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Because I received a newsletter today, also from ALPINA.
Okay.
Or is it? Yeah. In the last 24 hours, I received a newsletter from ALPINA because there's stuff going on with the data of the customers.
Okay.
And all the data is also apparently going to BMW because they bought.
Which makes sense. If you buy the company, then you also buy everything, the data.
Yeah. So the brand name ALPINA is going to BMW.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, what is it called? I know the new name. I don't remember. I need to. Hold on. Let me check the email. I'm gonna check the email for you.
So I'll talk a little bit further about the car one, and then Rob is going to explain what it is.
I have it here.
Okay, sorry.
ALPINA Burkhardt Bovensiepen becomes Bovensiepen Automobiel.
Yep.
Voilà. So I received a newsletter about that, and I was like, huh? Bovensiepen Automobiel. What the hell is that? And then a few hours later, we see the launch of a brand new car.
The Bovensiepen.
Yeah, the Bovensiepen, what's it called? It's like a collaboration between
No, it's the Bovensiepen Zagato, right?
Yeah, indeed, yeah. So it's a collaboration between the previous ALPINA, now Bovensiepen, and Zagato, so...
Yeah, I think
kind of cool.
The best way to explain it is basically ALPINA, the owners of ALPINA, the Bovensiepen family.
Yeah, Florian and Andreas.
They sold everything from the company to BMW because they believed that they could not keep producing the cars that they wanted to with electrification and everything coming out. And BMW wanted to incorporate ALPINA and put it into their luxury segment. The plans are not final, but the rumors are that it should be like their Maybach line. Yeah, correct?
So it will be probably something like that.
Yeah, so it'll mostly be 7 and 8 series. Yeah.
So no more 5 or 3 series, which is the cars we want.
The Bovensiepen family, they will continue to keep the current ALPINA cars alive. Yeah. So they'll keep supporting all existing cars
parts
and everything.
How do you call it? The restore of the car.
Restorations and everything. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then the Bovensiepen here is a little bit like trying to feel out what their next chapter is going to be.
Yeah, I have the feeling too. So it's like more, they went from, I will not say tuning, but their own brand, because they started as a tuner company.
Yeah, it's like a AMG or a Brabus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then they were more into producing their own thing, but now it's like a completely one-off coach building project with Zagato, which is quite cool because we have German engineering, which is fun.
Good, yeah.
And then some Italian body style on top, which is honestly a good mix. I really like it. And this is their first car they just launched today.
And it's not lacking power either.
Sorry?
It's not lacking power either.
Definitely not. No, it's quite powerful. So it's based on a BMW M4 convertible.
Correct.
Which is quite fun because the car we have here is a coupe style body. So yeah.
we discussed it just before the podcast, and I thought it was a really cool and interesting way, because the typical thing with a Zagato is the double bubble roof.
Correct.
Which you can see on the next picture here. It's the classic Zagato thing, and you cannot design a Zagato without the bubble roof.
You will miss the feature.
And if you want to do that with an M4 coupe, then you have to tear off the roof, and that goes into a lot of strengthening the roof again.
Really complicated to do.
It probably costs a lot. So what they did is they basically took the convertible, took the convertible roof out, and then made a full new hard top. So it cannot be taken off. It's fixed in there.
Yeah, it's fixed, but it looks really wonderful, and you don't have a B style, so so you
can have all windows open fully.
Yeah. So that is a really nice thing. So yeah, quite powerful, because based on M4, so it's over 600 horsepower, 611.
Yeah, what M4 has 611 horsepower?
Yeah, none.
so it's like,
so it's exactly.
Crank it up to 11.
Yeah, so really cool. 700 newton meters of torque, all-wheel drive, because ALPINA.
A Krapovic exhaust.
A Krapovic exhaust goes, of course, over 300 kilometers per hour. And it looks quite good. I like it. I need to see it in real life though, but somehow it works. I like this thing. Yeah, and then on the inside, of course, typical ALPINA.
It's full Lavallina.
Yeah, they're typical Lavallina leather, which is like comparable with the Rolls-Royce leathers.
Correct. Yeah.
Super, super, super soft. You can go. You can do anything you want. You know that there's no limit in the possibilities are endless.
There's just in work into the interior, there goes 130 hours of man hours.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, we visited.
Yeah, we visited ALPINA last year.
The Lavallina division,
yeah.
and the amount of people that work there all day just to finish the interior of a car is madness. So that's cool that they have this feature, this ALPINA unique feature still inside this. It's good.
Yeah, and like the total parts that are different from, say, the M4 convertible, it's like there are more than 400 bespoke parts.
That's really cool.
And I also really like that they done something different with the grille.
Yeah, the front I'm not sure yet. It looks a bit weird, but again, we need to see it in real life. So yeah, they just launched this brand new car brand, which is quite cool.
I think it looks, the interior with the
spectacular.
Blue.
Yeah,
wow,
it's spectacular. I love it. So yeah, no price or no idea if it's gonna be like a limited production or.
They're probably gauging the market a little bit.
Yeah, they're checking out what's gonna be the demand, the reaction on this product, which I do get.
Yeah.
Because we've seen with the previous ALPINAs, normally they're never limited in production, just numbered. But with some GT products, we've seen that they were limited.
I think this will get like a limited number run.
I do think,
but
because
maybe
they're not
they're not yet fully decided on how
exactly.
much.
Yeah. So I'm quite curious about pricing, because that also we don't know for now.
No.
So let's hope we will have the information quite soon.
M4 convertible starts at around 110, 115.
I think this will be easy 150, 160.
It's going to be a lot more if it's like this much code.
I don't know, because a regular ALPINA was 10,000, 15,000 more.
Yeah, but a regular ALPINA wrap was just a new front bumper and a new rear bumper, and then what's underneath. This is what's underneath. Then they cranked up the power to 11, and then they did a full coach built body. I think it's going to be like Skytop money.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's see. I'm curious.
No, it should be a really cool thing.
I'm excited to see it in real life.
And probably equally as powerful as a Skytop, so with a 6-cylinder.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Typical ALPINA.
And then something that I would like.
Let's talk about more power.
Yeah, more power.
It's like this Italian brand new hypercar brand. Is it a hypercar? It's a
hypercar. Yeah.
It's a hypercar.
From the specs, it is a hypercar, definitely.
From the looks, I don't know.
It's it's a new Italian car brand.
What's it called?
God damn it, I forgot. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Gio.
The car is called the Katla
The
or the Kalta.
The Katla?
Sorry, the Katla, I think. But yeah, he's going to rescue me. We'll talk about the car first. It's a upcoming Italian brand. It's a very cool car. It has a very distinctive look, mid-engine, your basic hypercar recipe. And what does set this apart is because it frankly came out of nowhere, and it's the engine, and it has a quad turbocharged. Sorry,
You ready for the name?
yeah.
Giamaro Automobili.
Oh, that's why I forgot it. Yeah, it's too Italian.
And it's the it's the Katla.
The Katla, see, yeah. So that was right about, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Katla.
No, so going back to the engine.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. It's my fault for forgetting the name of the car, but it's their first car they're bringing out. They'll also bring out a high-riding coupe.
This is quite a statement, though. If this is your first car, like, hallelujah, get out of the way.
And this is our first car, but we're building another one as well. So,
exactly.
And not only that, because specs, quad turbocharged 7-liter V12. The V12 is not a 60 degree, but a 120 degree, so it's very low, very
that's
very open.
But it's
good center of gravity, but that allows it to have the 4 turbos incorporated in the middle,
like a badass hot V.
Yeah, one turbo. Each turbo goes to 3 cylinders, so it should have crazy response. And the power numbers, it's 2,160 horsepower, 2,007 Newton meters. Going to a 7-speed manual gearbox to the rear wheels.
But why?
Because you can.
But you won't be able to touch the pedal.
It's going to be nuts, and I think it looks really cool.
It has like this white titanium exhaust, like coming straight from a Pagani.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like what they have on the Huayra.
Yeah,
the Huayra R.
Yeah.
No, but this and then I was like, okay, this cannot be real. And then there were these videos from it's real. We've done already 500 dyno hours with the engine, and there's already camouflaged prototypes with the engine running around in Italy.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, oh my god, these guys are for real. And then the deadline comes out, and they're like, deliveries are starting next year.
Huh?
How are these guys? Where have these guys been hiding?
That's really weird. Okay, but a really cool project.
It's a really cool project. And then if you look further into it,
from the back it looks good. It looks really good.
I like the front as well, but the back with the way the exhausts are centered, it's really cool. The exhausts, they come out a little bit like similar to a 600
LT.
600 LT, yeah. So just like in the middle.
Very short exhaust.
Very short.
Should shoot flames.
Should be loud as well.
Mm-hmm.
And heading up the engineering is supercar legend Loris Picocci, I think. Picocci, yes. And he is a guy who started at Lamborghini at first in like the 70s. And then he went on to go work at Bugatti when it was the Italian revival of Bugatti.
Okay.
And then he did he worked here and there as a freelance for Pagani, Koenigsegg, Dallara, and once again Bugatti.
Oof. So quite a
cool
history.
Yeah. Really clever guy. So I do think
there is some potential there.
There is some potential there. The only thing they'll have to, I think, and this is the biggest hurdle for every small brand, is finding people who are willing to buy one.
Yeah, it's not easy because there's so many.
And
so many is a big word, but
not only that. I think the biggest concern for people who buy things like this, also with the Glickenhaus, is you drive it, and then if something goes wrong, what happens?
Yeah, who's gonna fix it?
Like, also, and I think this is something that Koenigsegg also still struggles with. If you have some things that you can fix in a local workshop, fine. But if something bigger into the electronics breaks, then it has to go all the way back to Sweden. And if you're in the US, that's quite a trip for your car to
But
take.
this seems like, okay, I'm not gonna say like some simple techniques or mechanical stuff, but it doesn't seem as complicated as a Koenigsegg.
No, but it still has 2,000 horsepower from a V12 with 4 turbochargers. So
There's a lot that
power
can go wrong.
the powertrain is
Mm?
and it's also it's 120 degrees as well. So it's not very common.
No, definitely not.
The setup.
And price? Do we have anything?
At
A
least
few- a
at,
few
at least a few
millions?
million probably. Yeah.
That's also the thing. Who's gonna? Well, there are not that many people on the planet who are spending a few million on a car.
Yeah,
So
and then
who-
again, like, honestly, I really like the car and I wish them all the best. But see, I already forgot the name of the brand again. And you're going to tell your mates, yeah, I bought the Giamaro.
I think
You bought a what?
Whatever, yeah.
A Giamaro. Yeah, it has 2,000 horsepower. I was like, huh? Well, sounds cool, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. But it was the same with Pagani in the beginning of
True. Yeah,
their story.
they could be the new Pagani.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But it looks good. I'm very curious to see the car in real life.
It's a very unique look as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not the typical they're not the typical generic supercar builder, I feel.
No.
And
Definitely not.
actually showing pictures of the car starting and like a rolling chassis driving.
That's cool. That's the stuff you want
and
to see.
you're like, okay, this is not vaporware.
Mm-hmm. It's not like a Devil 16 or a. No, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, we should talk about the Devil 16
Oh my god.
in the next episode.
That would be hilarious.
I need to refresh the memory, but I have so much to talk about of the car. It's super fun. And then other interesting topics. We're going from 2,000 horsepower from a screaming quad turbocharged V12 back to electric cars.
Aye.
We have some
A
more
Cybertruck again.
we have some
What's
more
happening?
Cybertruck news again, and as you can probably guess, it's not good news.
Really?
No.
What's happening with the Cybertruck?
Well, initially when the Cybertruck released, they made all these promises, and it's going to cost this much, and then it cost like
a little bit more.
I think 25 or 30% more than what they told us, and then they blamed it on the economy. Fair enough. They said it was going to do X amount of range, and it didn't do that, and everyone was like, But then Tesla was like, yeah, but guys, wait,
We're fixing it.
we'll bring out but basically it's a power bank that you can put into the car. So if you see here on the picture,
Like some extra battery to.
yeah, it's really a battery pack that you could plug into the car.
Really.
And they were like, you can
smart.
you can have this range extender battery pack, which you can take out if you want and leave at home, or you can plug it in.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it out. It doesn't weigh probably that much.
Yeah. Okay, no, but it was a good idea, and then you could get over, I think, over 700 kilometers of range on the car.
On a side
with
okay, that's cool.
with
that's cool. Okay, that's pretty cool.
or over 750, which was really impressive. And they said it was going to cost 16,000 euros, dollars.
The extra power.
Yeah, the extra power bank
extender thing.
thing.
Okay.
And now suddenly all of the documentation and pre-order information disappeared.
Huh?
So it's gone. They canceled it.
Really?
They're not bringing it out.
Oops.
Yeah.
And why? No reason. Just poof.
The thing
But
just with everything that's going on, we've talked about the panels flying off, and then I've seen videos of how it's fixed, and there's
it's like just super glue and.
There's like panel gaps that are bigger than your fingers. No, it's not super glue. It's welded on. And because it's welded on, there's
there you have
there's
the mess,
there's more space, so there's like these big panel gaps, and it's honestly embarrassing. And there's so many problems with the car and this and that, and at this point I'm not even sure how well it's selling.
Okay, so you think they might cut it, or?
I think they'll it's the Cybertruck was basically just a statement piece.
Yeah, it was just pure marketing too. So
and I think they were a little too cocky to say, yeah, we're going to make it, and honestly, as well with the stainless steel part, it looks cool, but from a day-to-day use perspective, it doesn't work. Because it gets so dirty. If you get it dirty, then you have to clean it with special products. You can't leave stains on there for too long. And then as well, if you want to wrap it, then the glue residue stays on the stainless steel because it's a rough surface.
Yeah, so...
So once you've wrapped it,
forget it.
You'll have to re-wrap it because you'll never get the stainless steel look again.
So yeah, daily usability, just forget it.
Yeah, it's a cool looking car. I do like
the look.
The look of the car.
Yeah,
but there's too many compromises on the car, and I think they'll just quietly will start to let it go at one point.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think you can.
But you can still order one.
Yeah, you can still order one.
Okay.
But I don't think they're going to make this whole accessory and support packages anymore.
Not, yeah.
And probably not even do a refresh as well. This is just my guess. Nothing has confirmed, but I think it has cost Tesla quite a lot. They have a lot of other different and more, better important projects that they should work on. I don't think this is it. Yeah, especially with the robo-taxi, their new small car, that the Model 2 that they should be bringing out.
Yeah,
those are the cars that matter, and
exactly.
And maybe start refreshing that Model X as well, because that thing has been on the market for so long.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. So they have better things and cars that will sell way better than the Cybertruck, because this also it's not able to sell in Europe because the angles are too sharp.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, there's a lot of potential in their current range without the Cybertruck. So I think they should focus on that, because they
also still haven't produced the Tesla Roadster.
Indeed, have been waiting for that for quite a while already.
Yeah. And their semi-truck. So
also, those are the things you want to see, not necessarily.
Yeah, like I said, I think that this was just a statement piece, and people were like, "Oh, bring this in," and we'll do this, and then I think they cursed themselves a little bit with
which again is still fine, you know.
Yeah, and honestly, kudos to them for
trying,
still bringing it into the market, because they could have easily just said halfway like,
"Nah,
it's not going to work.
Yeah,
we're not going to do it." But they actually did, and I do think if you can get an example, keep it like very clean and everything,
that's okay.
In the long term, this will be like a future classic.
Yeah, definitely. It's like the first Tesla Roadsters. Those are for still super, super, super expensive.
Yeah.
So
if you have a Cybertruck, park it in a bubble and keep it for another 50 to 80 years, and then it'll be super cool again. It'll still drive the same as
Mad Max vibes.
Yeah, really cool.
All right.
So
next
then
topic.
Next, we've had a lot of auctions.
Yeah.
This week
in Milan and Monaco.
Yeah, in Monaco we had the what they called the Crown Jewel auction, which was just one car.
Yeah.
And it's this one. It's the Ferrari F2001 from Michael Schumacher.
Oh. Super cool that this was auctioned. Very, very.
I'll just cut to the chase first. It sold for just under 16 million euros, which
it's quite a lot of money. I think it's the most expensive Schumacher car ever auctioned.
It might just be. I haven't done the research on it, but
think
it might just be.
What a car!
It's not F2004 cool,
but it's getting there. Yeah,
it's getting there.
So
it's
cool.
It also says it's the final Ferrari F1 car to win Monaco in a championship winning year.
Oh,
like just and honestly, I grew up with Ferrari, so this is really like my dad took me to F1 in 2004 in Spa to free practice.
That's cute.
Oh yeah, I was like this old, and I can still remember we did not bring any. It was the first time we went ever to F1.
Okay.
We did not bring any hearing aids.
Oh my
god! So like
back in the days.
It was with the screaming V10s. The full time we were just standing with our fingers in our ears. Right. Good impression. Yeah, it was so loud. How I did not get any hearing damage from that?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Those were the days, though. So yeah, pretty cool auction stuff. So we had this wonderful Ferrari and some more stuff.
Yeah, and then in Milan we had a lot of cool cars, which
including
DBR9 GT1.
And super rare. I think how many are there produced in the 30 cars? I don't know if it's written in the thing.
It doesn't say there, no, but it's very limited, and I think it's one of Aston Martin's most successful modern GT cars.
Mm-hmm.
It's still from the GT1 era, which is super coveted these days, especially for historic racing.
Yeah,
which is why this one sold for 1.6 million,
which is
euro.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot, but
especially if you think, because we're saying people are racing these. People are not keeping these in
a garage or whatever. These are being used for.
They go to Spa Classic, Le Mans Classic, or anything, and just rip it.
That's what they're built for. And I do love that ProDrive livery.
Oh yeah, and the 007 on there.
Mm-hmm. Quite a special car then. Yeah.
And the sound of it. If you never heard a DBR9, your best chances are either like a GT1 Sports Club.
Yeah, or the Peter Auto events. Huh?
Or the Peter Auto events, yeah. Those are the two, I think, that
where you might see one. Yeah, I saw one at the GT1 Sports Club. On Tuesday, I think, white one with some red accents, and when it flies by at Camel, yeah, it's so.
It's a very high pitched V12, and it's so loud. Yeah,
and it's a beautiful car to look at. So wide and still the DB9 classy body style. Yeah,
it's so much wider than a regular DB9, and the splitter on it, it's just like it goes on and on. It's such a big thing.
It looks good.
It looks so good.
And then
so I do think like 1.6, it's a lot of money, but the history that the car has and the desirability with, you can actually still race this.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's up there.
Exactly.
And the next one I was a little surprised at.
I was disappointed. I expected much more of this one.
Yeah, so it's the Lamborghini Rebenton Roadster.
What a car.
I've said it right, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was launched in 2010.
2010, yeah, correct.
Then I still think it shocked the world. Everybody was like, "What is?" Remember the it was not the Roadster, but just the coupe version with that jet fighter and stuff.
It was basically designed on an F22 Raptor.
It was so cool. It was
because
awesome.
Yes, also on the interior with the displays, they were like fighter jet displays.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's.
And so this one Roadster 15 build, so very, very special.
I think it's a very underrated car, maybe. Somehow people forgot about it a little bit, I think. And that's why it only sold for only 1.58.
Because they were new. How much were
they?
Were there 1 million?
They were, yes.
I think they were just 1 million.
I keep remembering it from old Top Gear episodes. I think it was £750,000, which translated back in the day to around $1 million, and that was really, really expensive. That was like one of the most expensive cars
to be built back in.
Yeah, to be built back in the day. I was like, oh my god, why would you spend so much money on a car? And like these days, people are spending like 4, 5, 6, just
easy. Yeah, exactly. So honestly, it's quite a bargain for this type of car.
Yeah, I think so too.
But just like you said, it's somehow a little forgotten.
Because
it's quite a shame.
Based on a Murcielago, which is becoming very desirable these days.
LP640s, you find them.
Yeah, especially the LP640s.
Yeah, but you find them starting at 40,000.
And there are only 15 Roadsters.
Super rare.
Yeah. Super rare. And I think just
And you don't see them anymore. You don't see them on the road even on events.
I saw one 12 years ago, I believe.
I saw one coupe in Monaco.
Yeah, I think
That's
might have been the same one.
Car. But that's it. And
although
he drove it.
I do believe back in the day when I was there and I saw the car, there was this local guy. He said, "Oh yeah, there's two more of this one running around in Monaco."
Really?
There are like 3 events in Monaco now, but
I know there's a guy in in Japan, and he has 3 or 4.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's collecting them. Maybe he bought this one too.
Yeah, I think it's a crazier looking Aventador because the Aventador was a little bit. It looked a lot like this, but I think this still beats it. It still has the old, the 6.5 liter V12.
It looks good.
It's such a cool car.
It looks good.
I really this is probably my favorite modern Lamborghini. Because then with the Veneno, the Veneno was really cool, but
Veneno was also very cool, huh?
Yeah,
I like that one.
Yeah, but I think somehow.
But this one was
the Veneno looked very extravagant.
Exactly.
Just for being extravagant, and then the Centenario, not sure that worked very well. I do like the Sian again.
Ah, okay.
Especially with the hybrid.
That's cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's very cool. But I think this still tops it. For me,
agree.
it would be if you speak of V12 flagships.
This is one of them. Yeah.
This is the peak, and then probably Sian.
Okay.
That's what. Just out of the limited edition ones.
Yeah. Of course.
And then
next.
Yeah. No surprises here.
An expensive F40.
Expensive F40. 2.8 million.
Those are really, really picking up.
I do like it's 2,817,500 euros. So someone haggled over 500 euros on the car, and someone bailed out like, "I'm not spending another 500 euros on a car."
His wife.
Fair enough, because it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
The car has 17,000 kilometers on it.
That's not much, though.
No, it's not much.
But still,
it should be driven more.
Yeah, those are meant to be driven.
And it got Ferrari Classiche certification in 2022.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
I think that also probably does a lot on the value.
It helps. Yeah, it really helps.
No, but F40. You've driven one, right?
I've driven one, and it had less than 7,000 kilometers on the other motor. And it was funny because, I took a picture while I was driving, not looking at the odometer. And when I got home, I was like, let me zoom in on that odometer. And I was like, oh my God, I drove a whatever 3 million plus euro car. Yeah. Thank God I didn't crash it. So those are expensive.
Is it worth it?
If you have the money, sure.
Yeah, okay.
But honestly, it was I've been lucky enough to drive a lot of cars already, but that one was like goosebumps from the moment you get in till the moment you get out. It's so special.
From the outside of the car, I think you would not see it as much.
No,
but it's from inside, and if you strip down everything else of the bodywork, it's a very Spartan car.
Oh yeah, inside there's nothing.
Yeah,
it's just carbon fiber everywhere, and then you have like this cheap ass dashboard. It looks terrible.
This, like in the back, it has this tube frame chassis, I believe.
Yeah. But then you just start driving, and you just understand why it's so special.
Yeah.
And the car wants to be driven fast.
I like how it also says it's a highly desirable non-cat example.
Ooh,
so
those are all time. Pop, yeah.
I do
flames all the time.
Oh my God! I do remember. Once also in Monaco, I saw an F40. It was really, really loud because every F40 is really loud, and the guy was just driving it in regular traffic, which honestly good on him.
Cool.
And then I looked inside the car, and his small kid was sitting in a kinder in a kinder seat, and I was like, the little guy was probably 2 or 3 years old and was just like sleeping in an F40.
Couldn't be more bored.
No, it's a great car, the F40, and
But imagine, I saw like an old magazine with old marketplace cars in it.
Yeah.
For second-hand stuff.
Yeah, they've really shot through the roof
And it was
in the
like,
last 10 years,
I
right?
think the magazine is from 2010 or 11,
Mm-hmm.
and then a 40 was 220,000 euros.
See?
I was
it's
like,
insane.
Mom, Dad, what went wrong? You could have bought a Ferrari F40 instead of a house. Come on.
Yeah, and you can live in the 40, but you can't raise the house.
Exactly. So, and then two more cars
Yeah,
from the auction.
Just because we're talking about the 40s, the
okay.
rumor of the SP4, so the successor to the SP3, should be taking inspiration from the F40.
So we get a manual V8.
Hopefully, we get a manual V8. Yeah, but unsure yet. Unsure yet, because all of the SPs currently, they've all been V12s.
True.
So we'll have
maybe
to see.
if it would just be also in the body style of an F40, it would be cool.
Oh yeah, like
That
a
would be
modern F40.
That would be cool. That's what you want.
And then the final one, which was really interesting.
That was
to me.
surprising, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So
surprising.
They're the Mercedes CLK GTM cars.
Yeah, coupe and convertible.
Coupe and convertible were auctioned, and just let me check. The convertible was sold for 370,000 euros,
which is honestly super reasonable for a DTM, where they're they're only 80 in the world. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like
but it's
super extreme car.
You're still paying a lot of money for, and honestly, they're super cool, and they're really great probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I could ever have that transmission.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest turn down for me. And then, but that's still a lot of money, and whether or not it's worth paying for
but
it.
They used to be more, no? I think they were over 450.
Yeah,
they were for a moment. They were like super expensive.
The market is very fluent right now. It
Mhm.
goes up and down very quickly. So
yeah,
you could have if you time it right,
could do a bargain.
Yeah. Because I think the next guy, he really did a bargain, because
the coupe wasn't sold on the auction.
The coupe was not sold during the auction, and then it says on the website it was sold after the auction,
and no price.
It doesn't state the price. So
then he did a bargain.
So they probably really wanted to let it go.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, fine, but please don't disclose the price.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think we'll see. Yeah,
it's interesting.
Curious to see how the market goes, and I think you can look online for cars and how much people are asking for them.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I can go out right now and ask, I can ask 500,000 for your A6 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
or for your C63.
Hey, feel free, man. Feel free.
And
I will let it go.
It can sit for years on there, and people are like, oh yeah. So it must be if people see if people see that 3 people are offering it at 500,000, they're like, oh, it must be worth it. But
exactly,
just until you see auctions and what actually sells for, that's how much it's worth. I think that I still really like about auctions.
Yeah, it's like
it's honest.
It's honest, and then okay, this is the market. Yeah, this is what the market is willing to give for it. Mm-hmm. And if your price is a bit above, then you know that you're kind of screwed. So
if you purchased the 2005 CLK GTM AMG,
congratulations!
Good
job, man.
If you can slide into our DMs, just let us know. We're really curious about about how much you paid for this car. Because just aside from the gearbox, it'll probably be like nuts.
Yeah, definitely.
These are the ones with the carbon rear seats, right?
Yeah.
I saw one 2 years ago.
The entire interior is carbon fiber.
Yeah.
The entire door panel.
Yeah.
The back seats, everything.
But it's so cool. It's like the full shape of the back.
Yeah, with like some
carbon fiber
cushions in it,
and then with some cushions in it.
Comfort non-existing, but it's pretty cool though.
Would you have a convertible or a coupe?
Definitely a convertible.
I'm not sure, because I do understand the point of the convertible thing,
Just the sound and the and a 4-seater convertible is always fun.
Yes, but I'm not sure how much the chassis
Is
like
going to like
flex.
it. Yeah. I'm not
if
gonna
it's going to be like butter.
I'm not gonna track it, so I don't care.
No, I really like the coupe as well because there's no B pillar.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Honestly, the
smooth line.
CLK
Is a good looking.
it's a really good looking car. My grandma has one, like
Really?
a regular 230 or something.
A diesel.
I think it is a diesel, yeah.
Okay, that's a fun car to drive.
And
though.
she bought it new.
What?
Yeah.
First owner.
Yeah, first owner. She did once put the pressure washer too high and flaked some paint off. So
that's fine. That's fine. But, and how many
it hasn't
kilometers?
rusted yet. I should check. But I think she maybe drives 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers with it
Oh my
each
God.
year. So
First
like,
owner. Badass.
I still remember the days when we went to the beach and with grandma and we were in the back of the CLK.
Hey, you were a cool guy back in the days.
It's
With a CLK?
It's a very cool car, and my grandpa always talks about we should not sell this car because it's going to be an old timer and it's going to be very valuable. I'm like, yeah, okay, but maybe a 230,
Maybe
not so
not.
much, and especially it does have some mileage on there because it's been used as a daily for a lot of it, but yeah.
Still a fun car.
My grandma doesn't want to sell it. It's like, you want to have this? No. You want to have that?
Same with my grandmother. She still drives a C2020 CDI from 2000, like a purple one. Amazing, like an avant-garde. It's a stunning car.
Did you once lose the plate on that car?
I did mess around with it. I messed up a lot with that car. But even today, it's such a smooth car. Suspension, smooth. Engine, smooth. Fuel consumption, super low.
Yeah.
And everything works. Heated seats, a small panoramic roof. It's a cool car. And back in the day, you were like, whoa, badass car. So
my other grandparents, they have an E90 330D.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a
coupe
newer car.
or
E90.
E90. Oh
Yeah.
my. Oh. Can I buy it? It's for sale. I want to buy it.
For the right price.
Is it
might be.
but a pre-faced or LCI?
I
want an LCI.
I'm not sure. Should check, but
Such
honestly, I never really paid too much attention to.
it's one of the
big-
better
bec- because
BMWs
I kind
ever made.
I kind of forgot it was a 330. Basically. So no, but when I grew up with it, it was a diesel.
Like
and you
stupid diesel BMW.
No, but you were like, I don't know what it is, and
It's the
my-
small
my-
two
my-
exhaust
my-
pipes that show that it's a 330.
yeah, but my grandparents, they went from like a 5 Series to a 3 Series, and I was like,
Downgrade.
maybe and there's no badges on there as well, so it's like fully
like a
devalued.
true sleeper.
and so
Nice.
I don't know, I didn't really pay too much attention to the exhaust, I guess, and then I had the thing in my head that I thought it was a 320,
Okay.
and then they were like, we don't drive it a lot, so could you take it on the highway, like drive it an hour or two? I'm like, okay. And then I got onto the highway. I was like, what the fuck? This thing is fast.
It's bloody fast. Yeah, it's 258 horsepower, I think.
It's so fast. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
Jesus.
a really crazy car.
It's really cool.
Okay.
With a big plume of diesel smoke
Of course,
coming out
definitely.
because my grandparents, they don't
They
drive it.
are slowly, yeah.
And that's also a really fun thing. I think it's the LCI because the LCI's got I don't know, but one of the two generations got the dual clutch.
Yeah,
And the
Wait, I think.
I think it's the LCIs.
Yeah, because the first one is still that slow gearbox.
Yeah. And they learn your driving
Yeah.
behavior. And apparently, if you always drive it really slowly, and if you would buy the car and the new owner, he would drive it differently. And I didn't really push it because I just wanted to clean out the filters of the car. So I did a few slight pulls, but not like flat out. but after like 1.5 hour, the gearbox just cut out.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, it was like
Not in the mood anymore.
a yellow cog light. I was like,
Uh-oh.
shit, there's just like no drive. I was like, oh my god. And I stopped at the side of the road on the highway, and I just tried like, have you tried turning it off and on? I was like, off, on, and it
went back on.
and I was like super careful with it for the rest of the day.
Really?
The day, and then I started looking into it, and actually, yeah, just if you drive it differently, the gearbox
needs
is
to
like
learn,
the gearbox is like, what the hell are you doing?
definitely after
It just
15 years or whatever. So
it just like cogs out, and it's like, oh, so you really
Yeah.
have to reset it. And
I did it with the C63. Like within the week, I had it
yeah,
because I knew it was like a grandma or whatever who drove the car because like, like, oh boy, no, please, no. And then indeed gearbox reset, and I was like, it's working a bit better.
not for your wallet.
No, that's why I don't drive it that often. Next topic, please.
No. I think it's oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I forgot we have this left. It's the final one.
Okay, go.
I asked you to give your top 3 of your favorite mid-engine V8 Ferraris.
Correct.
I'll start first.
Okay. with
Because I did the slides first.
With number 1 or with the...
And I think you screwed up on your
I messed up
animations.
with one. Yeah. Now you know.
No, but yeah, there's been a lot actually, because I've been looking into it, like the different generations, because you can choose so many cars from just like every generation that are very cool, but I think it's nicer to have it in the overall stuff. So it actually the line starts just after the Dino.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
where
so it's 348.
308.
308. sorry.
308
Yeah.
GTS. Is where it starts. So it's a long
That's
time
quite.
coming.
Yeah, that's quite a while back. Yeah.
And
And
so
it ends at the
F8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, the 296 is not a replacement for the F8.
No, it's a different.
Yeah, it's a totally.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
So-
F8 is the last one. So.
Mhm.
Okay, go for it. I'm excited.
On number 3, I have the F430.
On number 3. Come on. Really?
Yeah, I think it's a very cool car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like the F430, but
Okay.
I wasn't too sold on the convertible. You did have still the manual version.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really cool car, and the Scuderia.
Scuderia is epic.
Yeah. Scuderia is epic. That's it. The rawness of it.
All right.
Then second one is the F355.
Epic car.
What? Honestly,
Epic car. Epic.
it's something I still aspire. Honestly,
Yeah, I
it's
get that.
such a cool.
I get that.
car.
Yeah, and it's quite underrated somehow here, or definitely in Europe.
Yeah, especially
we
in Europe.
we don't see them that
No.
often anymore. And
A client of mine, he has a F355 F1.
okay,
So the first one
The-
with
with the-
like the F.
exactly.
It's a stunning blue color, and
Ooh,
yeah. I think he won a prize with it once as well on a
Okay.
concourse. So
nice.
it's
It is very pretty.
super nice. And the last one maybe is not too big of a surprise. It's the 458.
Okay.
And
Okay.
honestly, it's the car. Yeah, we both grew up with.
Yeah,
I-
yeah. When was it
from-
launched? In 2008? No,
Yeah, 2000
or 7?
around the 2010
Yeah.
marker, and just like from when it came out, my God,
Immediately.
I loved it. I love the mustache as well with the flexing arrow.
Exactly.
And then the Spider came out, and it was like, oh my God, the engine. It year after year it won engine of the year,
Exactly.
and then the Speciale came out. I was like, oh my God, and the Novitec came out with
Oof.
like
Yeah.
their Novitec exhaust, and it sounded like an F1 car, and YouTube was flooded with like videos of the 458 with F1 exhaust. It was like in big capital letters, and I distinctly remember myself sitting at home behind my computer, like in Monaco going through the tunnel with the F1 exhaust.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right. That's a cool list.
It's my favorite. It still has a soft spot.
Okay, well, it's funny because my list is quite similar. So
really? Okay. Let's see it. So,
so my list is exactly the same. No way. But just in a different order. In the
you did not arrange it like I did.
No.
I told you to animate.
No, I did top 3, but then I started with the coolest and I went to the number 3. So I'll start with my number 3. So it's a 458.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because just like you, I love it. I was able to drive one for a week, and I drove it to Monaco and back.
Oh my god!
And that was honestly crazy. It had like another different exhaust, and exactly when you went up in the revs, it was so bloody.
I forgot. Yeah, one of my good friends, he had one with his father, and we have like so many memories. And then, the first one they had a coupe with a full leather steering wheel.
Oh wow!
So there was like the 12-hour red marking, super wow. Because everyone took the carbon steering.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it was a super limited car, and then they parted ways with it, and it was like, I really want one again. And then the Ferrari deal was like, yeah, we have a convertible coming in next week, and like, I was like to his son, I just bought a new one. It was like, what the hell you? And then we picked it up together. And it was cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's just really car. It's aging really well too.
If
you see one today, it's always like,
because I still have like, and this may be an unpopular opinion, so I'll keep it until your list is finished. But this might hurt some people.
Okay.
No, but
you will say it now or at the end?
No, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll first let you finish because otherwise we won't finish.
Okay. And then number 2, well, 355.
355. Yeah.
Because you can get in a manual, in a Targa, in.
The Targa.
Yeah, in a Targa.
Honestly, the convertible isn't really up there.
I love the convertible when the roof is open.
When the roof is open,
flat.
When the roof is open, but with the roof up, it looks
very silly.
Yeah.
I was
the manual, and if you put a different exhaust on it, it's like
like a Capristo or whatever. Then it's pure music. And then my first one, F430, because I really think it's still one of the most prettiest Ferraris ever. Even not Scuderia or whatever, but just
no.
The lines, they're so smooth. The interior, I wasn't the biggest fan, but just the exterior, it was so special.
For me
and then also like you say, like the 16M Spider. Wow.
Yeah.
What a cool car.
But again, Ferrari isn't the best with soft top convertible roofs.
On the Scuderia and the F430, I liked it.
No, if they're close.
Yeah, if they're close, I was fine with it. It looked a bit silly, but besides that, and what the engine too, that V8 of the F430, such a special thing. But go for
I
your.
do think it's interesting, and that you didn't bring up this car because honestly, the 360, it doesn't do it for me.
I like it, but just in Challenge Stradale for a sound.
Yeah, okay, but just okay.
But just
I do think like the Challenge Stradale is completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I agree.
But just like the regular one, the styling,
I'm always like
the 430 is what the 360 should have been.
Yeah.
And the styling of the 360 is just
Yeah.
And then you have the convertible, and it's even worse.
It depends also on the spec. If you have like this wonderful blue with the beige interior,
and there's like 2 of them, and then all the rest are black or red, and
exactly. And then I'm like, I'm not convinced. I was never convinced on the car.
No.
Whereas the F430, you're like, yes,
Mm.
pretty. Ferrari, yes.
But it's crazy how they went from the 355. They have 355.
355.
And also like the naming convention on these Ferraris. It's like we have the F355, then we have the 360. So there's no F. Then we have the F430.
Exactly. And then
And then we have the 458.
458.
So no F again. We have the 488. No F again. And then we have the F8. Guys.
F8 I do like. So I was hesitating to put it in my top 3, but it's just out of the top 3.
I think
because it's one of the better looking modern Ferraris.
The thing for why I didn't put the F8 in is because Ferrari just neglected it a bit.
Yeah, it was like me.
It's like we built a car and then they never did a special edition.
No, and then the production was very limited too.
Mm.
I think they only produced it for a year or two. Very weird.
Because I put some pictures together of one, and the press image of the F8 Spider. Did you see in yellow?
Yeah. Oh. It's a beautiful car.
It's such a beautiful car.
That's a car that's gonna hold its value quite well, I think.
The issue with, and also with the 488 and the F8 is basically they're 458.
Yeah, with a different kind of
chassis. Because if you look at like roofline and mirrors,
it's same.
Like completely the same.
Yeah, I know, but they're still good looking cars. So
for me the 488, especially just pieced outside, the 488 has not the nicest looking front end.
No, it looks a bit half
like
work,
a shouty and mouth,
exactly.
Big mouth, and
but F8 is good looking. So cool top 3. It's funny that we have the same. Just different.
Sorry, I thought this would be way more interesting. So we had different cars where we could discuss about, but basically we're very boring.
Sorry, it was same taste, but good taste.
Good taste. if you don't agree, or no, this is better. Just pick your car from any of the cars and make your top three in the comments.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we would really love to see what you like.
Yeah, good idea.
So it starts from you have to go to Wikipedia, but it's like 308 GTS 348, I believe.
Yeah, 348, 355, 360,
then 355, 360, 430, 458, 488, F8. Yeah, it's like seven generations, something like that. Maybe I've missed one. 328.
328.
328 is still between 308 and 348.
Yeah, exactly.
328.
Complicated.
Make your top 3 and looking forward to discussing it. But it's getting kind of late.
Yeah, that's the end of this
podcast.
This podcast, episode 8.
Was really cool.
It was a good one.
Good one. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. Till next one.
Bye bye.
Cheers.